Hi. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you three fantastic reasons why you should study in the UK. So whether you're already in the UK right now or you're still out of the UK considering studying in this country as an international student, look, it's not a coincidence that you found this video. It's because it's perfectly suited for you. It's because this is the perfect time for you and that's why you found it. So look, you want to watch till the end and find out the three reasons, because at the end of this video you're going to sit and think to yourself, of course, Melvis, you're right, I should go for it. Yes, you should. And look, before I even get into any of the content and any of the reasons, let me say this. There are two main reasons why you may be saying to yourself, I want to study in the UK but I'm not sure. You may be thinking, look, I haven't got money. Let me tell you, that's not an excuse. The fact that you've got no money is not an excuse, because you can study in the UK for free. Yes, universities, you can be an international student. You can definitely study in the UK for free, and I'm going to tell you how and why. Another reason people procrastinate, push things, do nothing, say, oh, is that I'm too old. Yes, you may be saying to yourself, oh, I'm just 30. Am I too old? Or you may be 40 thinking, oh my God, I'm too old. You may be 50 thinking I'm too old. Look, who told you that you're too old? You're the one saying that to yourself. So you need to put that behind you. You need to stop the procrastination, stop giving excuses, and pursue your dreams and pursue your goals. So those are the two main excuses that people generally give. I'm too old, I've got no money. So there's no age restriction to study in the UK, whether you're here or you're coming as an international student. Neither, you know, are there lack of opportunities to study in the UK for free, whether you're already in the UK right now or you're coming as an international student. So before I dive deep into the content, let me say to you, if you're new to the channel, it's such a privilege to have you watch, this video. Again, it's not a coincidence. Hit subscribe, turn on that notification button, because you want to be the first to be notified when I drop a new video, because I'm all about career progression in the UK. Yes, you want to study in the UK, so what? Now you've studied in the UK, then what? Now you found a job in the UK, what next? That's what I'm all about. So I have a private coaching, career coaching program where I support student nurses in the UK. I support with nursing admissions into obviously nursing courses. I support nurses with career progression, and I support carers as well with career progression in the UK. So whether you're looking for a self-funded, way to study, or you're looking for a scholarship to study in the UK or an apprenticeship, look, I'll work with you one on one, make sure that we find the best opportunity, the best means of studying that is going to be suitable for your personal circumstances. So, again, no excuses, please just put them behind. So, let's get started. The first reason you want to study in the UK is because there are many scholarships that are fully funded, which means you can study in the UK for free. So again, like I was saying, no excuse about money. That is not an excuse. You shouldn't be using that excuse. You can get paid even to study in the UK. And I've done a whole video about scholarships in the UK. If you haven't checked them out, please do check the channel for those videos and make sure you go through them. One of the scholarships is the Commonwealth Scholarship. So this is only for people that are residents in Commonwealth countries, and you get everything paid for. To study in the UK, get your flights paid. You get paid every month up to about £2,000 to study in the UK. You get all your tuition fees paid, and the only thing you need to do is apply for the course. But then, in fact, somebody applied the other day because I shared this scholarship, shared a video about it. Somebody applied and said to me, oh, Melvis, I've actually applied for it. And I was really, really ecstatic, which is fantastic. At the same time, I got a message from somebody saying, oh, Melvis, school in the UK is very expensive. How can you be saying that somebody can study in the UK for free? And I was like, well, that's what all of us think, because I also studied in the UK as an international student. I started my nurse training in 2011 as an overseas, obviously as an international student, and I was paying £10,000 per year. At that time, nursing was completely free in the UK. If I had known that there were scholarships to study in the UK, don't you think I would have applied? Would I have paid £10,000 to study if I knew that I could have applied for a scholarship and be funded to study nursing? Of course I would have. So it's about that knowledge. It's about knowing the opportunities that are available. And that's why I'm bringing this to you. So it's about implementation. Again, before I proceed, I want you to leave a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, I will implement. If you've been procrastinating, saying, oh, I can't study because of this, or children, all this, those are all excuses. Leave a comment in the comment section Because now I'm telling you that you can get support with all of that. So going forward from now, there's no longer any excuse. That's what I'm saying. So leave a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, I will implement, because I'm going to be holding you accountable and saying to you, what have you done so far? Yes, you said you wanted to study XYZ course. Why haven't you done anything at all about it? Why are you ignoring pursuing your dream? Look, we only live one life. You don't want to be in job that you don't want. You don't want to live a life that isn't yours because you're holding yourself back from doing the things that you should rightfully be doing. You want to live your full purpose on earth, because look, like I say, life is just one. There's another scholarship as well, which is for Oxford University. Oh yes, you may be sat there thinking, who am I to study at Oxford University? Why not? If other people are studying at Oxford, why not you? And look, I'm currently studying I'm currently studying for my master's in advanced clinical practice, and I'm not paying for that. It's fully funded, because with the knowledge that I now have about opportunities in the UK, I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish I knew all of this 10 years ago. I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish I had all this information that I have now 10 years ago. I would have been even far than I've done, because I've been able to progress from a band one carer. When I started in 2011, I was a band one carer working for the NHS. And right now, I am an advanced nurse practitioner working for the NHS, in the most senior clinical nursing position. It's it's because of the effort, the information, the fact finding that I do. So please, you want to take this seriously. You want to make sure that you're implementing, you're checking all of this. Oxford University, that scholarship is currently open. Applications are ongoing right now to study there for free. As you know, it's a world-class university. In fact, this year, Forbes has classified it as the best university on earth. And almost every year is among the top 3 universities. So they've got the scholarship currently open. You want to make sure that you apply. It's only for masters and PhDs. So that's the main difference with the scholarship. It only covers master's programs and PhDs. I've done a whole video about it, covering all the content. I've got 12,000 master's courses that are all between 1 and 2 years, and I've got PhD programs as well that are all between 3 and 4 years, and you get funded for the entire duration of your course. It's absolutely amazing. But there's one thing I must tell you. With the Commonwealth Scholarship, it's only for people residing in Commonwealth countries. And there's a condition for that, is that when you study through the Commonwealth Scholarship, you're promising the UK to return to your country and make use of that knowledge, which means that on successful completion of your studies in the UK, you're expected to return to your home country in order to just foster that knowledge. And look, there's nothing wrong with that, because rather than you sat there maybe thinking, oh, can I study, can I not? Apply for it. You don't know. People are going to be chosen. Why not you? Come and study, because you're going to gain that knowledge, you're going to gain that expertise, you're going to be, the it's a game changer, basically. I don't want to, add more to that. So there are many ways. If you're already in the UK right now and you're watching this, apprenticeships are all free and all funded. There are so many apprenticeships currently ongoing in the UK. You just need to make sure you put in that extra effort to search. So yes, that is a way for you to study for free. Like I say, I'm doing my master's right now in advanced clinical practice. It's 3 years. I'm not paying anything because it's fully funded for me. And in fact, I'm being paid a lot of money. Yes, I'm paid quite a lot of money to study through that program. So you want to make sure that you're putting yourself through these opportunities. You want to make sure that you're getting your information right and you're not weary when you see a good opportunity. Because I think that we are so buried in thinking that the UK is so expensive to study that we miss good opportunities when they come up, because people just think, oh, surely that's not true. How can you study in Oxford for free? Of course. There are many people studying for free in Oxford and other universities because they have found the information and have taken the step to implement it. But if you don't implement and you're procrastinating, you're going to say, oh, Melvis is going on again about this. Oh, who cares? And you will do nothing. And that's why you're going to stay exactly the same, if not worse. So please, you need to promise, leave a comment below and say, Melvis, I will implement, because I don't want to be wasting my time. Neither do I want to be wasting your own time as well, going through this video and then you don't do anything about it. What's the point? So that's the first thing. The first reason studying in the UK is that there are so many different ways to study for free, whether you're already in the UK or you're an international student. The second reason why you should study in the UK is that it is the best way to settle in the UK. So studying as an international student remains and has always been the best way to settle in any country. There is no better way to settle in any country than going as a student. And the UK is no different. So currently, as we speak, actually, as I'm recording this video, this year alone, as in fact, there are over 600 students in the UK. That's international students. There are over 600,000, international students in the UK. That is a staggering number. And in fact, there is the numbers have been published showing how many dependents international students have brought to the UK, which means bringing their families. And there's another advantage. So if you're out of the UK, so you're planning to study as an international student, if you move to the UK, you can bring your family as well. So you can bring your wife, you can bring your husband, you can bring your children, especially if you're under the age of 18. It's really, really easy. They're going to have a dependent visa. So you want to consider it. There's no need thinking, oh, what am I going to do with my family, if I'm studying? Like, now you know that if you move to the UK as a student, you can bring your spouse with you and your children with you. It doesn't matter obviously how many children you have, you can bring them with you. And not only that, but your spouse is going to have a dependent visa. And let me tell you why this visa is so powerful. If you're in the UK and you have a student visa, you've got restrictions on how many hours you can work during term time, which means that if you're going to school, you can't just be working any number of hours that you want. Excuse me. You've got obviously a cap to what you can do, but during holidays you don't have any cap at all. You can work as much as you want during holidays, but there is something very, very interesting. Your dependents, so if you've got your wife or your husband that you bring to the UK, or your kids, they can work without any restrictions, which means that if they wanted to work as a carer, if they're a nurse and they want to work as a nurse, if they're working in a restaurant, if they're an accountant, they can just work without restrictions. And this is huge because if you're studying, even if you're funding for your course, working together with your spouse is going to better support you to be able to successfully go through the course. So this is a very big advantage. And look, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're still watching till this point, I really appreciate you. Do hit subscribe. Turn on the notification button because you want to be notified every time I drop a new video. You want to make sure that you're getting content from this channel. Again, if you like this, like the video so that I know that you're actually enjoying the content. You like topics like this so that I can cover them, because I really only make videos about things that people are asking me. Otherwise, there's no point really. If I know that it's not going to be useful, it's not going to be relevant, what's the point? It's quite time consuming doing these videos for me. It's also very time consuming for you watching them. So both of us don't want to waste our time. So let me know if you like the content and I'll do more of it, or if you've got any topics you want to just recommend, please go for it. So as you now know, if you're a student in the UK, not only are you allowed to work, but your spouse can also work, without any restrictions, and you can bring your kids. But there's something even more interesting about bringing your family, or you working in the UK, or you studying in the UK. You're also entitled to free healthcare at the point of use, which means that if you're an international student and you come to the UK, if you're sick, if you've got any medical condition whatsoever, you don't have to pay for healthcare. Your healthcare is going to be free at the point of use, which means that you're never going to be charged, for healthcare. Because again, this is something that many people are not aware, because in many countries, say in Africa and Asia, even in the world, they don't have free healthcare. In America, if you just go to see a doctor, just an ordinary visit to a doctor, you're going to be charged a lot of money. If you go to you've got an emergency, they take you to hospital, they're like, hey, I know you're dying, but have you got your bank card with you? It's like, really? There's none of that in the UK. There's none of that at all. If you have any emergencies, you've got any medical conditions, you need surgery, you've broken your knee, you're going to get treated for free at that point of use. So this is something that is huge. It's something that you may not have been aware. So if you fall sick while you're in the UK, you're going to be treated. And this also includes your family members. So everybody that comes under your visa as your dependent. So that's your spouse and your kids. They're all going to have free healthcare as well at the point of use, which again is a huge, huge advantage. You want to make sure that you're not procrastinating. If you've considered this, absolutely fine. If you're single, if you're single and you're like, oh, I haven't got any family, so I don't really care about this. Well, you just never know. You could meet somebody anytime. So you want to watch this still and make sure that you get to the third point, because we've got obviously more reasons you should be considering studying in the UK. So again, apart from the free healthcare at the point of use for you and your family, again, still under the family branch and family blanket is the fact that your children are going to study for free as well. Oh yes, oh yes. So your children are going to study for free. So obviously from the age of 4, from the age of 4 in the UK, school is free from 4 until they go to university.